CEOs, what's up? Wait, my table is shaking. What's up, CEOs? It's good to be back. Hope you are having a great week. Hope you're having a great tax season. Like I said, this is six-figure season. If you're watching this right now, then type replay because you're probably watching a replay as I'm waiting for people to know that I'm here. What's up, Maserati? Pierre. It's hard for me to call you Maserati now that I know you. How's it going? How's the sales? Let me know. We need to catch up. I want to know how things are going. What was I saying? Yeah, it's six-figure season. So if you are not making six figures and you have auction access or you have your, own dealer's license, then I want to talk to you right now. So I have a lot of new people in the group. So let me introduce myself. I'm Jamel Leonard, and I started this group and I started the Auto Dealer Business School so that I can give some assistance to, I don't like saying like the little person, but like the person who doesn't start with $100,000 and still wants to, make six figures. What's up, Dre? So yeah, I'm doing this to give support and resources to people who don't otherwise have those so that they can, make a good living selling good cars, create a good, business that they can pass down to family, and then also possibly get the $100,000 to blow up, like to have like the big business like a CarMax or something like that, or even a franchise dealership. Okay, so that's why I'm here, is to be the bridge between like what you have to what you want to have. So you got 2 sales done, just so one within 24 hours of listening. That's what's up. So let me know, Pierre, like what do you think was helpful in you selling it in 24 hours? Okay, because I'm always just trying to see what works, and then also if what I told you to do really works. Okay, what's up, John? Good morning. All right, so I say six figures because six figures I feel like is a goal for a lot of people, and I feel like a lot of people feel like life would be different if they made $10,000 a month. Like they could just do so many more things. And I also say six figures because it's very easy to attain six figures. And I want to break it down and, let you know that you don't have to focus on like selling, your whole lot out. You don't have to have 25, 30 cars to make six figures. You can have 10 cars or sell 5 cars in a month and make six figures. Okay. So six figures is very attainable. And of course, I mean six figures over the year, which starts with, 10K or more a month. And I have some people who, I guess they're just out there just to find the flaws. And they're like, well, $10,000 a month, that's more than six figures. I mean, are you mad at making more? Because you're going to have expenses and you're going to have, taxes and things like that. So like you want to profit six figures, like you want to clear, like you want to take home six figures. Okay. So if you're one of those people like, yeah, $10,000 a month is more than $100,000 a year. Yeah, I know, but you're going to have some expenses. All right. So let's get to it. To make six figures right now, especially during tax season, you need to sell more cars. Okay. That's probably seems obvious. But what's stopping you from selling more cars? That's what we need to talk about. One, are you buying more cars? You need to buy more good inventory. And what I mean by good inventory is, inventory that is reliable, at least reliable when it leaves your possession. And what I mean by that is, I tell my customers all the time that these are used cars, so I can't predict what's gonna happen. Like, it's a used car, things break down. That's what happens with a used car. Good morning, De Niro. So are you buying reliable cars? You got to buy good inventory, reliable, profitable. Is your inventory profitable? And what I mean by profitable is there enough money in the deal for for it to be worth your while when you sell that car. And then it needs to be in demand. Like, are people wanting to buy this car? Like, is this a car they want / need? Okay, so that's good inventory. You need to buy some, you need to have some reliable inventory, you need to have some profitable inventory, and you need to have some in-demand inventory, okay? So now, let's talk about reliable. I know there are people out there who teach that you just buy cars and you sell cars, okay? You just buy them and sell them. But if you tried that and those cars sat, it's because in your spirit, that doesn't sit well with you. That means that for whatever reason, you need to make sure you're giving a good product. And that is not a flaw that you can't sell a car that you can't stand behind. That's just what is. That means in your heart, you feel the need to at least provide a good product to your customers, a good car to your customers, okay? I don't think that that's a flaw at all. I think that that's just what is, okay? Some people can sell a car and not, know nothing about it, not care nothing about it, and maybe even know that it's gonna break down next week or when they drive off. Some people can do that. But if you've tried that and you can't, and those cars aren't selling, it's not that you bought the wrong cars. It's just that you have a different spirit, and in your spirit, that's not gonna fly, okay? So then you need to make sure that you are inspecting your cars so that they're reliable. If you don't know how to inspect cars so that they're reliable, then get with me. That's exactly what I teach my dealers, is how to inspect cars. Let me know that you want to know how to do that. Or, you can Google as well. But a shortcut is just get with me and I'll let you know what you need to know. Profitable. So Dinero asks, what's a good profit on each car on average? Do I have any questions about reliable? Okay, I don't want to skip over. And I talked to a guy last week and he was like, you ask if there's any questions and I just be thinking. Like I be listening to everything you saying, so I don't really have any questions right then. So I do want to ask though for questions. So if you have any questions about being reliable, let me know, okay? Profitable, Dinero, what's a good profit on each car on average? $1,000 to $2,000, on average $1,500. If you are not able to make $1,500 at least on a cash car, okay, we're talking about the cash car niche, okay, which is cars $3,500 or less. And I should have said that. Also, buying more inventory means buying more cash car inventory because they sell the fastest. But they also have like the lowest profit point. But since they sell quickly, you can sell more of them in the same amount of time that you sell another kind of car that may have more profit, and you still make a lot of profit because you sold more. You get what I'm saying? So does that answer your question, Dinero, on profitable? And that's what I was going to say about profitable. Your cars need to be profitable. If you're making $300 on a car, one, you are not going to survive and last long because you're going to be like, this some bull. This is too much work for $300. Okay. Even though it's $300, like after you do all that work, you're going to be like, this is not worth it. But if you, what was I saying? I was saying, yeah, if you're making $300, you need to figure out how to get more profit in your cars. It's something that you need to know. You need to know like what kind of cars to buy. You need to know how to inspect them. You need to know how to see how much they need in repair. Like there's some stuff you need to know if you're not making $1,500 on a car. Okay, close to $1,500. Dinero said it does. Okay, great. I'm glad that answers your question. So know what you need to know. Get what you need to know. That's exactly what I teach as well, is how to find profitable cars, okay? The other thing about good inventory is it being desirable, which means that people want to buy it. Like, it's cute, or it's, it has a history of being reliable, or it's functional, okay? Like, that's why they want to buy it. Because most people don't think vans are cute, but vans People love vans. They need vans. So they are in demand. So are you buying cars that are in demand so that they sell quickly? Okay. If you're not, then that's something else I teach so that you can get more sales. Okay. So the short answer to getting $10,000 in a month from car sales is to have more cars to sell and have more good cars to sell, which means that they're reliable, they're profitable, and people want to buy them. So any questions about having more cars? Because having more cars always leads to more sales. If I got anybody in real estate who's a real estate agent, then you know the money is in the listings. And what that means is, yeah, you can have buyers come to you all the time, but when you list cars, not list cars, but list houses, that's where the money is, because you can have like all these listings and that's how you make your money. So think of it as your inventory is your listings. Okay. You can be like minding your business and you got your cars out there online listed and like 10 people hit you up for all of them. And you're like, okay, it's money time. Okay. So that's a short answer, to have more inventory. So what is stopping you from having more inventory? Okay, let's talk about that. Anybody want to say what's stopping them from having more inventory? If anything is stopping you, I have an idea of some things that can stop you from having more inventory. One, money. Okay, money is like, you got to have money to have more inventory. So if money is an issue, yes, you got to get your money up. How do you get your money up? There are some ways to do that I think I need to talk about in another video, or else it'll get real long. But yeah, there's some ways to get your money up. Kat says credit. Kat Auto Sales says credit. Credit, yes, you need to get your credit up. Okay, so we have a credit restoration specialist, Janita Jackson. She's, a partner to the Auto Dealer Business School. If you need some help with your credit, then I'll put a link in the description so you can get with her. She is pretty good. Like, she's working with a couple of the dealers who I work with now, and she's pretty good. So, and it's affordable. It seems very practical. So yeah, get with her so you can get your credit up. What else is stopping you from buying more inventory? I want to go out a little bit and say probably fear in buying inventory. Like, if you're not sure what you're doing, if you're not like confident in what you're buying, if you're not confident that you know enough about cars to be buying cars and selling them, if you're not confident that that you can do this, then that might actually be stopping you, is the fear of not knowing how to buy and sell cars for profit. Maybe the fear of customers being mad about what they got and you not knowing if it was your fault or not, because you don't really know where to draw the line in your business. Like fear. I would say fear can stop you from buying more inventory and buying more good inventory. So if that's the case, then let's talk about how to get rid of the fear, because fear will hold you back. Fear will keep you down. Fear will have you always wondering what if, because it will stop you. So if fear is holding you back, then let me know. Get with me. I know that may be a sensitive subject. For me, it's hard for me to say when I'm afraid of things. So if it's hard for you to say you're afraid of things in public, or you have fear, then you can just email me, and I'll put my email in the description as well, so that you can get over this fear, because there's no need to have fear. If you don't do it now, then you're going to be wishing you did next year, or 5 years from now, or 10 years from now. So let's just conquer the fear. Let's put in place some things about, to get rid of the fear or to ease the fears, because your fears are really just telling you what you need to be successful. Okay. fears aren't here. They're not our enemies. They're not saying, don't do it. What they're saying is, okay, for me to feel comfortable doing it, I need some things. Okay, so just get the things you need. All right, so I'm gonna get off the fear. But yeah, get with me, because fear will keep you back. All right, so where was I? Okay, so the other thing you need to do to sell more cars so you can make $10,000 a month is you need to make a name for yourself. And what I mean by this is, I talked a lot about, like, you're in business, so you need to do the things that businesses do. Like, you need to do the things that corporations do, that, businesses do, basically. Okay, it is a business, and there are proven things that every business needs to do to be successful. And one of those things is to have some kind of branding message to the world, basically. Like, who are you? What do you stand for? What's your mission in life? Stuff like that. Okay, like, that's proven. Every business needs to have, like, a brand that envelops their whole business, like why they're doing what they're doing, why they're selling the cars they're selling, stuff like that. And in that requires you to be visible. And what I mean by being visible is, I talk to a lot of people via the strategy sessions. They give me their website. I go to their website and I don't see not a picture of them. Not one picture of them, who they are, not their name, not nothing. So I'm like, your customer is going to be like, am I buying from a robot? Am I buying from a factory, a warehouse? Like, who is this person who's selling cars? Who is this person who owns this business? So you have to be visible and let your customers see you and see who you are. And if you have some fear around being visible, let me know, because that's also a fear. Like, you are in business, your customers need to connect with who you are, so they need to see your face. Okay, once you start showing your face, that definitely will up sales as well. So any questions about being visible, about branding? Any questions about that? Oh, my leg is falling asleep. All right, so, and then any other questions? Okay, so last thing about selling more cars, okay? The last thing is you need to follow up with past customers. If you have sold cars before, no matter how, or if people have contacted you, and what I mean by no matter how, I mean whether you had the inventory or you auto brokered a deal, you need to follow up with those customers. Those customers, even if they were not the happiest, will still provide you with information you need to move forward. Like, for instance, they can tell you what they didn't like about the experience with you, and then now you know what to fix, okay? Also, if they were really excited about an experience, the car they bought from you, they were really pleased, satisfied with the whole experience, then ask for referrals, people, because this is tax season. Everybody knows somebody who is buying a car right now. Like, there's like so many people buying cars. So call your past customers, text them, whatever feels comfortable for you, email them. Doesn't matter how you reach out, just reach out and ask them, how their experience was, and if they know anyone who is looking for a car, okay? And then that actually, if they're looking for a car and you don't have the car they're looking for and you don't have the money to necessarily buy inventory, you can auto broker the deal and still make the sale and still make the money, okay? So any questions about that? What you need to do to get $10,000 in a month selling cars is you need to have more good inventory. You need to make a name for yourself, like brands, be visible. You need to follow up with your customers regularly, really. But even if you're starting now and you talk to people a year ago, 2 years ago, they will still remember you and they will be thankful that you reached out. I promise. Even if they didn't have a good experience, even more so if they didn't have a good experience, they'll be more thankful that you reached out. So, any questions? Was this helpful? Does this help? Does this make you feel like, you know what, I can go and, you know, sell some more cars tomorrow, or I know what to do, or I have a plan? If you need a little more, okay, if you need a little more of a plan, then you can schedule a strategy session with me and we can talk out what's a good plan for you. That's also a good time to talk about your fears. If you have some fears that are holding you back from buying more inventory, if you have some fears holding you back from calling your past customers, if you have some fears holding you back from being visible, then that's a great time to talk about them during the strategy session. So schedule a strategy session with me. My calendar is online, okay? Yeah, but I want you to feel like you can, you know, make it happen, because it's a great business. It's like, it's really profitable. It's a great business. And you already know that because you probably considered other businesses, but you thought selling cars would be easier. Well, I have to say it is, but you still need to know what business takes, okay? And business requires certain things in place. All right, so are y'all still there? Like I still see people watching, but y'all are quiet. I need a weekly strategy session. All right. I mean, that could be arranged. You know, if we work together, that's definitely what I do. Is I meet with the people I work with weekly, so that we can tackle the week, you know, and see what needs to be done and implement it in their business and implement it into their mind. Because, you know, yeah, your beliefs about who you are and who you are in business will also affect how much money you make. Corey says, I have a hard time trying to auto broker a deal because it's hard to get people to send me their money to get a car from the auction that they haven't checked out and test drove themselves. This is true, Corey, which only means that you don't have the right audience yet. That's all that means. That means you're trying to sell to people who want to see the car physically. There are different customers, okay? So there are people who are like, no, I gotta see the car. They're not your auto broker deals, okay? Then there are people who are like, you know what? I don't care. Whatever you see, whatever you say, just send me a picture. As long as you have checked it out, I'm good. Those are your auto broker customers. So you are marketing to the wrong customers. You need to find different customers, Corey. Okay, Dre, yes, good info. Okay, great, Dre, thanks. Yeah, so I want you guys to be able to go out and do it. If you need any help, I'm here. I'm here doing this. And, you know, I will be doing this for a while, but my time will be more limited as time, you know, as the year goes on. So make sure you get your strategy session now, because I will have to start limiting those as the year goes on. And I'm also starting to do some other things that I will talk about later, all car related, because I mean, I love cars. I realize I've always loved cars. I used to play with Hot Wheels as a kid, and I used to identify cars going down the street when I was little. That was like the little game I would play, would be like, oh, look at that spoiler. That's on a, you know, Chevy Cavalier, you know, the way that spoiler looks, or look at those hubcaps, you know. So I'll always be doing this, but I just want you to know that as time goes on, time will be limited. I auto brokered a deal, got a good car, but tags are $1,300. What do I do? That's my car. Wait, Chevy Cavalier? What's your car, Cat Auto Sales, the Chevy Cavalier? I auto brokered a deal, got a good car, but tags are $1,300. I mean, you know, that is a case of setting the expectation of your customer, okay? So that's one thing that I do when I auto broker a deal, is when I Oh, Lambo. Yeah. When I find a customer and I auto broker a deal, I always look up the taxes. And I don't know if I told anybody that in any of the public videos, but yeah, I always look up what everything is going to cost, because a misunderstanding about money can make the deal go bad real fast. Okay, so I always try to let them know, look, you can have this car, you can get this car for this price, but these are the fees that are associated with it. So in this case, I would just say, apologize to them for like, look, I didn't know that's what your tags are gonna be, but that is what it is. Like, you don't control the price of the tags. There may be a way that you can get the price to be lowered. I'm not exactly sure where you are, but I have, it's not called arbitrating. It is called, what is it called? So there's a process where you can fill out a form and you can basically challenge how much the state wants to charge for the taxes on a car in California. So possibly in California, you can do this too. There's a form that you can challenge how much it costs for the tags, if they're based on taxes and if the taxes are based on value. Okay, so of course you have to have a couple of things in place, or the car has to have a couple of things. Like, they're going to want to know how much mileage, like they need to have something to substantiate the reason why that car would not be as high in value as they say. So things like mileage, or aftermarket repairs, or things like that. Okay, so yeah, I would say to just apologize to the client that you did not notice that beforehand, because that is kind of part of being a professional auto dealer, is to know everything your customer needs to pay to make that car theirs. Just apologize for the oversight, and tell them it is what it is. Check out the process to challenge the amount that the state wants to register that car, and see what happens. Okay. I believe you spoke on the tax, etc. in the course itself. Okay, I thought I did. In the course. So there's a lot of things that I talk about. Once you pay for the program or coaching with me, that I don't necessarily remember to say in these videos, okay, in the free content. So yeah, that's just a little trick that hopefully it helps you. So keep me posted, Cat Auto Sales, and let me know. Also, if you need a strategy session, get a strategy session. Sound like you might need some help. Let's see if we can get you some help. Okay. Joseph, what's up? I'm looking forward to us working together. Good morning. How does garage liability insurance work? How am I able to drop my personal insurance and use it? So how you're able to drop your personal insurance. So Joseph is new to the game, everybody. So let's Joseph, let's give Joseph some support. He is new, going to be a new auto dealer soon. Joseph, how that works is you need garage liability insurance for all the cars at your dealership. And how you're able to drop your personal insurance and use it is your car is owned by the dealership. And so then you can use your dealer tag to register it. Okay, that's how you can drop your personal insurance. I don't necessarily recommend dropping your personal insurance though, but I do recommend, like, instead of paying a lot for your personal insurance, like having just another car that's registered to you personally that use the insurance that's very inexpensive. Okay, because there are times when your personal insurance is necessary just in the whole scheme of life stuff. Hopefully that answers your question, Joseph. Does that answer your question? Let me know. Dre, a customer asked me to sell his vehicle at the auction for him. So that's a trade-in? Is that what that is? That sounds like that's what that is, a trade-in. So you look up what the trade-in value would be, and that's probably what his car will bring. Oh, yeah, everybody giving Joseph some love. Taishi Smalls, hello, sweetie. Joseph, okay, thanks. All right, y'all. Am I going over? Okay, I'm right at 10:30. So let me know if you have any more questions about selling more cars. It's all about selling these cars. People need cars. Like, I am, just so y'all know, I am about to start like a lead service for the people who work with me, because I'm getting so many requests for cars that I can't satisfy myself. So I already send leads here and there to people I work with, but I'm gonna actually start like a lead service because I'm starting to get more, and also in other places, in other states. So that'll be another perk, because that is something else you need to sell more, is to have more leads coming in. But you know, that's like an advanced kind of technique, or not technique, but you know, like, yeah, that's like, first the steps are have more inventory, then have the leads, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so let me know if you have any more questions. I can't remember what else is going on this week, but if you're not on the email list, I send out a email every week that says what's going on this week for you to take advantage of and to learn more about cars. So if you're not on the email list, then send me an email and I'll put you on the list so that you can get the emails about what's going on. Cat Auto Sales, I'm get double booked on sales. What does that mean? Like, you have more people wanting to buy one car? Because that's a good problem to have. I mean, you know, and people get pissed though when they come to the lot and you're like, oh, I already sold it. They feel like you know, lied to them or whatever. But if you just be honest, like, hey, first come, first serve, then get your butt down here to buy this car. That's what you mean? Yeah, so what you can do is possibly turn those, the one who misses out on the car, into an auto broker deal. So consider that. Like, consider always trying to get their business somehow. Because if they came to you, then they're looking for a car. All right, CEOs, I will talk to you soon. Let me know if you need anything. Sometimes I need a dealer with the same car. So you need to network. That's what that means. Network with so that's another thing. Yes, network with other dealers. Like, I have dealers who I send deals to all the time if I have a customer and I don't have a car for them and they don't want an auto broker. So yes, you need to have like 3 or 4 dealers who y'all are cool. Y'all see each other at the auction. You know that they have the same quality of product as you do. Okay, that's very important. You don't want to like align with somebody, in California. And you don't want to align with someone who, you know, their cars are crap, because then that's going to get around that you're associated with somebody with cars that's crap. Okay, so yeah, find like 3 or 4 dealers who have the same kind of ethics about, you know, a car, you know, selling a car that you do, and network. Okay. All right. So I'm out. And Cat Auto Sales, it looks like you definitely need a lot of these techniques. So, you know, it might make it easier for you to just schedule a strategy session with me. Maybe, you know, we start up working together somehow so that you can get all these little tactics, because these are the tactics it feels like you're missing to make your business run better and run smoother. Okay. All right. So I'm out, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.